Good morning. Just very briefly, more on this later when I've got time, but I just wanted to mention it to you. Some of you may have been following the William Tyrrell case with me. If you want to see the few things I've said about that, you can go to my playlists. There's all sorts of topics there. Who's William Tyrrell? For those of you that don't know, this is the little boy who was 3.5 years old. He was in foster care along with his sister, and he went missing from the foster grandmother's home. The family had travelled up from Sydney one Friday night, and on the Saturday morning, William's reported as gone. And this case has been a shit show, right? And it's ruined lives. And I mean, of course, it's devastated these families, family of origin, who were witch hunted, unlike the foster parents who have had their identity. I mean, it's out there, it's known, but it's still actually officially protected to this day. And William went missing 7 years ago, and there was an inquest early this year, and we were supposed to get the outcome of this inquest released to us in July. And of course, COVID is a convenient excuse. But then what's happened is Strikeforce Rosann, so this is the name of the task force who was investigating William Tyrrell's disappearance in an ongoing manner. And what's been announced is they're back up in Kendall. They are re-looking at the property and the surrounding area around this semi-rural home. So the address was 48 Benaroon Drive, and I can't wait to see what happens. There's already this hoo-ha with the news media, okay? And they are playing big games, and they are staking reputations on their news headings. And they're saying some extraordinary things, and they're not true. This is what I would strongly believe. So when they are saying they've gone back to an old suspect and things like this, they are just stirring the pot. Now, there were people that weren't ruled out. Biological family are the only people ruled out, and probably Bill Spedding, who was pursued by the first lead investigator, and then 5 months after the investigation started and was handed over to Gary Jubelin by Gary Jubelin, and his life was ruined. So yes, just an update that it's very interesting that the strike force is back at that house in Benaroon Drive, Kendall. As I said, it was the foster mother's home, and the foster grandfather had died earlier in the year, and then the family, the foster parents and the 2 children had gone to Bali soon after. They'd come back. They were helping the mother sell the house. It was being sold at the time. And it's nearly as if Bill Spedding was selected and set up just to put someone at the scene, to fix a washing machine on a sold house, A repair's not going to be cheap. Wouldn't you buy a new washing machine? Where is this foster mother going to live? Is she going to move her old broken washing machine? Why not buy a new washing machine? You're selling your home. Maybe you're moving on. I don't know. Maybe they thought they needed it fixed for the few days that she was going to be there remaining in the home. But, you know, and Bill Spedding had a missed call from that foster family's home at 9:03 the morning that William was reported missing. He, of course, had an alibi of allegedly being at a coffee shop and then over at the school where his grandson was receiving an award at an assembly. And through all of this, the grandchildren that were in the care of Bill Spedding and his wife, they got removed. Yeah, it's been such a devastating case. Have a look at my playlist if you want to just see a few chats about how things rolled out at the time, what I found really odd. There's no denying, look, you know, these foster parents could be so genuinely disturbed and distraught. They certainly put on quite the show and could be just how they are. But when you analyse what they've said and done and how the investigation went and where all the holes are, it's very disturbing. Very disturbing. And, you know, it's that thing that just leaves you so unsettled and so furious that you can't be assured that proper due process for an investigation into a child that's been reported missing was followed, particularly considering he was in foster care. You know, now, okay, they'd had William for a little while. They wanted to adopt these children. And there are a lot of very strange circumstances. Now, I don't care, though, if William and his sister had been with them for days, weeks, months, or years. William is a 3.5-year-old boy. I don't believe he should be sharing a bedroom and a bed alone with the foster father, and this is what happened on the Friday night, prior to the Saturday in September when he went missing. So William would be 10 years old. He would have turned 10 a couple of months ago, I believe. He could still be alive. He could have been abducted from this dead end on a dead end. But, you know, he's surrounded by national forest there, this little boy, and hundreds of acres of looming trees and tangled scrub. The habitat there, the environment, the natural environment is wild. It's not one you can stroll through easily. And he could be just outside the bounds of the Benaroon Drive property, lost and just not found, and people could have walked past him 5 times. It's that type of property. It's and you know, habitat, just as with summer wells, you know, and it's a possibility, but there's a huge possibility of foul play, and we, the public, who need to be able to be concerned about fellow citizens, especially children, we need to know that there's accountability there with the investigation into their disappearances. And yeah, let me know what you think about the investigation. You may not agree with me about how I feel about any of it. Let me know. I'm always willing to change my mind. I will speak to you later. Bye.